Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. We're Curtis and
Loretta.
Curtis and Loretta, that's right.
From Minneapolis. We are so happy to see you here today for Woodstock Wednesdays. Welcome. This is put on by the Woodstock Folk Festival in Woodstock, Illinois. We played at the Woodstock Folk Festival back in 2006. And Holly Near and Bob Franke were the headliners that year. It was great music from all the musicians.
So it's a privilege to be a part of this project here with the Woodstock Folk Festival. I think in these times for folk artists and musicians, it's an opportunity, almost a responsibility, really. I just think that we have the capability to, with our art, with our music, all of us together, to be very helpful in this time. So I urge everybody to share your songs and make people smile. And I tell you, the Woodstock Folk Festival is just a beautiful festival. I just enjoy it so much. It's just a beautiful setting, this beautiful 19th century town square. And it's like, it's nice because it's big enough that there's, just lots and lots of musicians and people to commune with, but still it just has that feeling of intimacy. It is intimate, and it's a wonderful thing. So I urge you all to get there as soon as you can.
Yeah, well, next summer would be the soonest that they would be having it. Hopefully the world will be back to normal by then. Certainly it will. We've known a lot of the founders and organizers of the festival for many years, and just wonderful people, and a lot of volunteers involved every year. It's just a great production they put on. And Curtis was talking about how intimate it was. At the end of the festival, I remember for the grand finale was a big sing-along with both the performers and the audience. And it was just a great memory.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have a few songs for you here.
So we're going to start off our little set today with a song I wrote called Beauty of the Song.
And duty of the song as well.
Yeah, we'll play this on. I'm using a Celtic harp, and Curtis has
a mandocello. Yes.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you sometimes sing my songs? Or will they pass on through like hard-working migrants who have done the job and then seem to vanish like the wind? They say vibrations never end once they are sent, and so I pray the words I write are worthy of the rhyme. All these tools that I forged were gifted to me by and large. I gathered truth from the world and waved it like a flag unfurled. I stitched together words from the pictures that I heard. They say vibrations never end once they're sent, and so I pray the words I write are worthy of the rhyme. I will miss you when I'm gone, for I love to sing you songs. If my words spoke to you, or somehow they helped you through, please pass that tool along. That's the beauty of the song. They say vibrations never end once they're sent, and so I pray the words I write are worthy of the rhyme. Spoke to you, or somehow they helped you through, please pass that tool along. That's the beauty of the song. That's the duty of the song. Beauty of the song. Duty of
Well, we'll have one more song for you here on the Celtic harp and the mando cello. We'll do a traditional song that was written in the early 1800s, and I think this is very relevant today as well. And it's a good pandemic times song, you might say, because it's called A Health to the Company. Now, I have heard that this was originally written for the West Indies, the British West Indies Company, and it was a good night song for their people. And so it literally does mean a health to the company, so many of our companies are suffering right now. But also, we've always interpreted this old song as meaning a health to our company, you being our good company here.
Great.
So we wish you all prosperity for sure, and happiness absolutely, but above all, a health. We wish you good health. Here we go. This is for you. Here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet here again. Kind friends and companions, come join in my rhyme, and lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Come drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet here again. So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet here again.
Ship lies in harbor, she's ready to sail. I wish her safe passage past doldrums and gales. And if e'er we should meet again on land or on sea, I will always remember your kindness to me.
So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet her again. My footsteps may falter, my wit it might fail.
My course may be challenged by November gale.
Her fortune shall prove to be friend or be foe. You will always be with me wherever I go. So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet here again. A health to you all. Well, we noticed traveling around the country for decades, literally. I mean, urban areas, big cities, north, south, east, and west. We begin to realize, talking to people doing shows, there's just these amazing stories and wonderful people, heroes everywhere.
Yeah, all parts of the country, rural,
Loretta,
everywhere.
Loretta came up with the idea we should interview some of these people, and she would write songs about them.
Yeah, and we did a CD a few years ago of all songs I wrote about real people that went through big challenges in their lives and came out stronger for it. And this woman that we're going to sing about, Christy Harding, I heard about on the news. We live in Minneapolis. I was listening to the 10 o'clock news one night, and it said this woman is flying up from Jacksonville, Florida, to donate a kidney to a little girl she's never met before, and she heard about her on Facebook, on the internet. And this light went off in my head. I thought, wow, that would be a great song. So I waited a while, made sure everything went okay with the operation, and eventually I contacted the woman in Florida, Christy, and I said, I've heard your story, and I would love to interview you and hopefully write a song about you. And she agreed, and we were going to be on a tour in Florida. So we got together with her and did an interview, and she's one of my heroes now, absolutely. Christy Harding. And during the interview, I said to her, how do you get the courage up to do something like that, to donate a kidney? I mean, I don't think I could ever do that. I said, did you wait a while, kind of think about it for a while? And she said, oh, no. I picked up the phone right then. And because, when there's good to be done, you got to do it. You don't wait for somebody else to get to it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, get my paper out and write that down. So that her words became the title and the chorus of her song.
So this is one of Loretta's biographical ballads.
Yeah. It's called When There's Good to Be Done. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Christy was online and she was there alone. Minnesota girl caught her eye. Usually she'd scroll on by. Sick kids were too sad. Was it an angel that said don't pass? Dialysis and 7 weeks old. You might be my hero. Is your blood type O? Christy said yes, picked up the phone, and she said, when there's good to be done, you must do it. You can't wait for someone else to get to it. I knew it was God's plan, it'd see me through it. How could I say no when I could do it? She told her husband about the girl. If she was a Sarah, we would search the world. A battery of tests were begun up north for final ones. 6 months since that day, you're the perfect match, they called to say. She got back on that online page, sent a message to the mom, and she did say, I'm Christy, I'm honored to meet you. I have a 2-year-old too. I'm your girl's donor. And the mother could not find words. Christy said, when there's good to be done, you must do it. You can't wait for someone else to get to it. I knew it was God's plan, it'd see me through it. How could I say no when I could do it? On a bright Minnesota day, Christy woke up and she was feeling pain. The very first thing she did say, is Ariana okay? life that day, and the purest joy was Christy's pay. And she said,
One that's good to be done, you must do it. You can't wait for someone else to get to it. I knew it once, God's plan had seen me through it. How could I say no
when I could do it? When there's good to be done, we must do it.
When there's good to be done, we must do it. When there's good to be done, we must do it.
Christy Harding. We'd sure like to invite you to some other concerts we'll be doing soon. And at this point, they're all virtual. And you can find all that out on our website, curtisandloretta.com, curtisandloretta.com. And one that's very fitting I wanted to tell you about, since this little mini concert we're doing here today is originating from Woodstock, Illinois, even though we're singing in Minneapolis. The one we'll be doing September 19th at 7 p.m. will be originating from Lewistown, Illinois, a wonderful concert series called Hickory Ridge Concerts, hosted by ace musician Chris Valillo. He's been doing it for, 25 years or so, a long time. And of course, with COVID, the in-person concerts have shut down, but so he's changed it to a virtual concert series. And September 19th will be the first one of the season. We are the premier concert, so please join us then. And you can find the link to it on our website, curtisandloretta.com, and just go to the calendar. And for September 19th, you'll find the link. It'll be the Facebook page for Hickory Ridge Concerts. And Chris Valillo will be playing a few songs to kick the evening off, or the day off, whenever you're watching it.
Well, we hope you and are sure you have honed some of your quality time skills by now. And of course, maybe you're getting some exercise, but one of the main things you got to do is work on your sing-alongs, because singing along together with your fellow human beings is exercise for the brain and heart. So we're going to end up with a sing-along, an old-timey song, an old American song written back in the 1880s called Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. And it's a call and answer song. You'll pick up on it. And I'd like to dedicate this. A lot of these old American ballads, they deal with questionable social issues, but they do it for good reason, because it all focuses down to the end of the song, the end of the ballad, where a great moral lesson is passed on. And I think many of you, at least half the country, will agree with this. The moral is, I should have listened to what my mama said. So I'm going to dedicate this to this fellow. Now, as this is 100th year since the 19th Amendment was adopted, after a long battle, of course. And it came down to one state, one vote, one person, a guy named Harry Byrne. He was being plied from both sides, Women were begging him to vote for them. Guys were giving him free whiskey, And Harry Byrne voted, and the 19th Amendment passed. And the reason he did it, he said, is his mother phoned him up right before he voted and told him to do this. So he listened to what his mama said. His mama's name was Febb.
Febb, F-E-B-B. So thank you, Febb. Because of her and her son and many, many other people, we are allowed to vote now. Yay.
So help us out on this whole song.
We'll leave you with this one. Thank you.
Now hand me down my walking cane.
My walking cane.
Hand me down my walking cane.
My walking cane.
Well, hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna ride that midnight train. All my sins are taken away. Now hand me down that jug of corn.
That jug of corn.
Hand me down
Hand me down
that jug of corn.
that jug of corn.
Well, hand me down that jug of corn. We'll have a time, sure as you're born. All my sins are taken away. I had too much,
Had too much,
and I went to jail.
and I went to jail.
Well, I had too much,
Well, I had too much,
and I went to jail.
and I went to jail.
Well, I had too much, and I went to jail, and nobody came to go my bail. All my sins are taken away. Well, the beans was hard,
Beans was hard,
and the meat was fat.
and the meat was fat.
Well, the beans was hard,
And the beans was hard,
and the meat was fat.
and the meat was fat.
Well, beans was hard and the meat was fat. Lord, I couldn't eat nothing like that. All my sins are taken away. Well, I wish I'd listened
I wish I'd listened
what my mama said.
what Mama said.
Well, if I listened
If I'd listened
what mama said.
what Mama said.
Well, if I listened what mama said, I'd be sleeping in a feather bed. All my sins are taken away. Help us out now. Well, hand me down
Hand me down
my walking cane.
my walking cane.
Hand me down
Hand me down
my walking cane.
my walking cane.
Well, hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna ride that midnight train. All my sins are taken away. Oh yeah. All my sins are taken away.
Thanks for listening, everybody.